What's good, YouTube? SlimTv here to put in a good word or two. Today I want to talk about rely on your readiness, not on something not happening. What do I mean by that? You have to make sure that you're ready at all times so that you're not hoping that something doesn't happen. You should be ready to change the tire on your car so that if your tire does go flat, you can change it and you don't have to worry about your tire going flat. Because now you are confident that you can change that tire. A lot of us, we go through life biting our nails, scared as heck because we're not ready to deal with the situations that life may throw at us. You know, anything could happen in life. Life is literally a free-for-all. I mean, are you ready to defend your house if someone comes and tries to break in? Or are you biting your nails, waiting and hoping that that it just doesn't happen? You know, we live in a crazy world and we need to be ready for anything. And I got this idea from the book I was reading, Art of War. Really good book. So I'm gonna just read this little paragraph, this little excerpt where I got the idea from. The art of war teaches us to rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. Not on the chance of his not attacking, but rather on the fact that we have made our position unassailable. Guys, we need to make our position unassailable. We need to take the high ground. A lot of us, we're taking the low ground. We're choosing to be defenseless. You're scared that when you go to school, that bully is gonna pick on you. Okay, I mean, that's fine, but maybe you should just be ready to receive him. Man, when I was in school, the early days of like middle school, people used to just be roasting me left and right. And then one day I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to roast. And at first, I was crappy. I was saying some dumb stuff. But, you know, the more I just kept saying or putting myself out there and defending myself, one day I was calling a dude a cheeseburger, which was corny, and then the next day I was calling him a wannabe sumo wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So how you get ready is just by putting yourself out there, which goes back to my last video. You need to be unbalanced to get balanced. And another example. So when I was on the wrestling team, man, I really didn't like wrestling like that, but I just did it, you know, just to do something. I really should have played basketball, but back to the point. So it was middle school and we were facing Norris, and there was this really tall African kid, and he already wrestled, and everybody on the team wrestled, right? And I was hoping I would just get a bye match. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wrestle, so I was like, yes. And then at the end, the Norris coach, or my coach was talking to the other coach, and I was like, oh snap, what's going on? And they sent back out the African kid who was wrestling, and he beat the last guy. So I was like, dang, they really just sent this dude out for a second match. I was like, I wonder who's gonna go up against him. And then coach looked at me and he's like, get up. I was like, what? And the reason I was like, what, is because I wasn't ready to receive him. Pause. That didn't sound good. I wasn't ready to wrestle though. I knew that I hadn't really been practicing. I knew that I didn't really like wrestling anyway, and I knew that, you know, when I went out there I was gonna get folded. Sure enough, I did. So as people in general, I mean, most of the time when I'm doing these videos, I'm mostly speaking to a male audience, but as people in general, we need to have a mindset that is always teaching us to be ready. You know, it's always like, okay, am I ready for this? Am I ready for that? And this goes beyond self-improvement. This is just simple, you know, you need to protect yourself. You need to be ready for any situation. Who knows what could happen? And I'm not talking about nothing extreme like an asteroid hits an airplane and then the airplane's falling and now you need to know how to use a parachute. I mean, sure, that would be helpful, but I'm just talking about like basic stuff, man. You should be able to defend your household. You should know how to fight, even if it's just like self-taught. You know, YouTube has infinite amount of resources, man. The internet as a whole has resources. You need to know how to make money if you lose your job. You need to know how to go out there and communicate with people. Rely on the likelihood of the end. Do not rely on the likelihood of the enemies not coming, but on our own readiness. So let me ask you this question. Are you ready? Alright, good video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Love y'all. Peace.